أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا كل شيء خلقناه بقدر وما أمرنا إلا واحدة كلمح بالبصر إنا كل شيء خلقناه بقدر وما أمرنا إلا واحدة كلمح بالبصر ولقد أهلكنا أشياعكم فهل من مدكر وكل شيء فعلوه في الزبر وكل صغير وكبير مستطر إن المتقين في جنات ونهر في مقعد صدق عند مليك مقتدر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان إن المتقين في جنات ونهر في مقعد صدق عند مليك مقتدر بسم الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان والأرض وضعها للأنام والأرض وضعها للأنام والأرض وضعها للأنام فيها فاكهة والنخل ذات الأكمام والحب ذو العصف والريحان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار وخلق الجان من مارج من نار فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
اللهم لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك شريك لك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك
أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. اليوم 446 هجري. ما شاء الله تبارك الله. It is the يوم الأحد. It is the first day of the 6-day cycle, and it is also possibly, with Allah's knowledge, the last Sunday of this month of Ramadan. Mexican Saturday evening, they would be sighting the moon, and we will now know what is the situation, whether we're going to have 30 days or 29 days, bi'idhnillah. MashaAllah, tabarakallah people, it is Yawmul Ahad, it is the first day, and we are in the countdown. We are in a metamorphosis where this is a insilah, what we call it. It is a complete split of conscious in a cosmological science. Okay, we are specialists in cosmology. Okay, cosmology has got to do with your conscious. Okay, there is the cosmology, and then there is the theology. Cosmology is got to do with your conscious, where you read you read your path, you read your book of life, you read yourself. Okay, you are capable, you are qualified. Okay, that is awarded to you by the heavens with support of the ancestors. Okay. That is because you have not migrated to foreign modules of lifestyles. Okay, regardless, because remember, it's not the God you know, it's the lifestyle you lead. That is what determines your God. Okay, so when you think you're using the word Allah or the word Jesus or the word Yusha, this doesn't mean you believe in, because your lifestyle is already dictating your God without you having a choice. Okay, so this is how you are moduled in your psychology. Okay, when your psychology is maintained in her nature, then she will understand the natural cycles, seasons, that there cannot just be a night, there has to be a day. There cannot be a winter, there has to be a summer. Your entire evolution in earth is eroded in that format. So your God is never going to be the same God. You're going to have to change gods as the God becomes the devil and the devil becomes the God. Okay, that's the night and day effect in your psychology. Right now, as we now we're exiting the night. Okay, we're coming into the day. So here you're coming in from a very dark simulation where you guys we were following anybody. As I say, okay, you're just born in it. No, as a Christians no follows Jesus. As the Samsons are followers for Muhammad. As the Yahudis are followers for Firown. Okay, now this is part of how you have to recognize your true nature. Okay, if you continuously go into that dark room, then everything you will develop, al die pictures wat sy gaan maak in die dark room waar sy fotos nou develop, hy gaan appear vir jou soos amper soos dit waar is, because they sien mos die pictures, because they die negatives gevat. Okay, now we are coming into the nahar. Now we're coming into hatta matla'il fajr. Okay, now you are going to see that the life that you led for 70 years, 100 years, 500 years, how was that life spiritually, consciously, cosmologically, how was it benefiting you? This is now where we call it the Yawmul Hisab. You have to now surrender in everything that you had believed in, because it's recorded. Everything you ever did in your 50 years, 60 years is now in the age, in the season, in the timeline, in the conscious conjure. It is now going to play out, because it's everything like your telephone. Your telephone knows everything about you. What your husband doesn't know about you, your telephone knows about you. What your wife doesn't know about you, it's all recorded, people. Okay, what you send out, it's not trying to give you a fear. It's trying to tell you that you've been lying to yourself only, not to anybody else. Okay? So with that kind of perpetual denial spells that you printed onto your hard drive, okay, you and I went into a illusional pattern, a semi-hypnosis, okay, because you lie in front of the person, but you are actually lying to yourself. The person asks you, where are you going to, with who are you on the phone, what are you doing, but you know the truth, but you deny it, because you are in that zombie state, okay, in that denial state. Now, whilst you've recorded it on your phone, it's first recorded into your higher, your hard drive. Your hard drive got everything. Everything for this last 30 years of the cyber world is already recorded inside, because you cannot lie to yourself. You can only hide it. You can only build something on top of it. But finally, people, now it is going to be yukshafu. It is going to be exposed. You're going to know that what you've been doing for the last 30 years of your life in the digital age, had it actually matured you consciously, or had it indignified you in a hell condition. Okay, because you started believing what was not a reality became what was not a sustainable reality of conscious, became your only unipolar reality. That is why there was a war between Russia and Ukraine, because that was the express expulsion of the Swiss, so that you can find your sovereign wealth again. Okay, so we are unlocking the spells for you in real time, because it's already, the game is almost over, people. We are just waiting for the referee to blow the final whistle here, because there's already a winner and there's already a loser. There's already the haq and there's already the batil. But before we get to that stance, he says, اذهبا إلى فرعون إنه طغى فقل فقولا له قولا لينا لعله يزكى ولعله يخشى أو لعله يرجع. Okay, you have to now, at this moment in your life, take cognizance of what the Quran told you is to go fetch your inner child by Firown. Okay, this last age that you lived in was the age of the Pharaoh, where he controlled your gods, you controlled your religions, controlled your money, controlled your food, that was your Firown. Okay, You believed in his God because God opened the eyes now for us to know. How come we never got a response from the real God? Because we were busy in Firown's synagogue, okay, in a metamorphosis. Now Allah commands you at this stage, go and fetch that inner child that you had suppressed. Go and release him from Firown's house. Go and release him from Firown's claws. That is you. You have become so physically entrapped that you cannot get your child to be released from the claws of Firown because you are kidnapped, you are hijacked, you are synthetically modulated by not being able to discharge, find freedom, find truth, because Firown does not want to release you because you have been convinced that Firown is a better God than Allah. Yani, Ana Rabbukum al-A'la. Most of you have faulted on that. You don't know the difference in it. Okay? Your child is you will have to give your child up for abortion and or either for adoption here. You were not worthy of taking charge of your child. We were not worthy of taking charge of this child. Okay? So Firown would have done you the courtesy of taking charge of something which you inevitably would have run into the ground. So he goes to Allah. This is all happening in your higher conscious. He goes to Allah and he tells Allah, but these guys, they don't know. They believe that they are the physical vessels. So how do I make sujood for them? How do I think that they believe they own the land? They believe that they are holy. They believe that they can take charge of things here. How do I submit to them? They've lost the plot. Let me play them, oh God. Let me give them a show to show them how powerful you are and how delayed they are. That is where Palestine, Shayateen comes in. Okay? The Tur and the Twin, this is where your mix-up has come because nobody can own in earth. Nobody has the right to own in earth because you only own in your mind. It's a simulation that you believe you own it. Okay? But nobody can own anything here. Your mother city, your motherland is inside of you. If you don't have control of your inner child, then you have no land, you have no place, you have no mother city on earth. You don't know where Ummul Qura is. Now Allah sends the reminders down in order for the child, for the yatim to be released from your custody. How could you leave that child so unattended? How does the Quran say? فَأَمَّا الْيَتِيمَ فَلَا تَقْهَرْ وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. Everything was told to you. Everything your child knew inside of you. They knew everything because that was downloaded, the kitab. Everything that orphan, that child, that inner child, that innocence that is inside of you, it was all waiting for you just to get the release papers from Firown. You had to go to Firown and you had to tell Firown, I had enough, Firown. I had enough of your gods. I unplugged myself of all these shirk, formalities and methodologies and systems. That was your call, people. That was your call 6 years ago. God doesn't sleep. It's you and I that falls asleep. Okay? So, if you did not fetch your child, then it means that you are in the custody of Firown and you believe and you are worshipping the God of Firown. وَإِنِّي أَخَافُ أَن يُبَدِّلَ دِينَكُمْ. Because Firown ensured that he did not make you and detect that he was manipulating the gods and the religions and the monies. Okay? That's why you've been in war. You see, this 6 years is your Sabbath. It's the Sitta that became the Sabbata. Okay? The ba was supposed to come out here so that you can find the saba'a. Okay? Now, if you did not find the ain after the sababa, then it means that your third eye was not activated. You were not able to enter into the new bayt. Okay? Illa baytan wahidan. There's only one baytan musliman wahidan in the age. There's not two of houses. So everybody competes for this house in the sama because everybody wants to go through. And everyone wants to break through because they know the old age is dead. They know the cow has been slaughtered. They know there is no more life. Those who are going to remain in that dilapidated narrative is going to be eating dead meat, and he's going to be eating khinzir, and he's going to be eating dead blood, and he's going to be eating riba, and he's going to be living in zina. Okay, that's the condition when you are in you are unfamiliar with your conscious state of being. Okay, that is dhulam, that is dhulumat, that is darkness to be in. So the world now in conscious is splitting naturally. By the 29th, when the lunar eclipse comes, we have informed you. Wallahi, Allah is shahid. I've told you, I've told most of you about this detachment and this split and the furqan and the fossil. It's not physical, it's in conscious that these things happen. But you have to be awoken. You must be given that license by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the heavens and your ancestors. They work in combination. Allah works with the ancestors and with your parents that knows what they taught you and what they reared you on. And if you respond to that natural, authentic vibrations and rhythms and orientations, then you get their mercy, you get their rahmah, you get their salama, you get their tuqabbila. Fatuqabbila, so you're going to be accepted, and the other one is not going to be yataqabbal. It's not going to be accepted. This was the transition that you were in earth, but because of you being you couldn't get your release, your discharge papers from Firown's palace, Firown's synagogue, okay? And that is because of fear. Inni akhafu, when Allah tells Musa and Firown the allegory, just a story, people. It's not real. It's supposed to be you. Have you got the guts to tell yourself you had enough? Can you convince your Firown that you're not anymore weak? Can you tell him that you can overpower him with the will of the orphan, the yatim, that is the innocent child that is inside of you, that can outsmart, outmaster the influence of the physical teen, the Philistine? Okay, that's where your whore is. You are not in the whore in the outside, you are in whore in the inside, because that's your level of perception in the universe. Okay, so now at this moment in time, subhanallah, your results are coming out now. The world will see whoever you are. It's not about religion here, it's about how your level of maturity, of stupidity, of intelligence, of unconsciousness, that is going to go onto the main board now, because technology is going to show you how stupid you are, because it is all inside of you. Technology is not on the outside, because you are all processing everything, be it AI or be it RI, AR, it's all inside of us. We are just going through the virtual realities of what the experience is downloaded onto us. But because the lanes and the veils are thinning now, we're coming to the singularity, we all are going to be exposed here. Everyone. There's not going to be anybody that's not going to be exposed, because this is miqatu Rabbi. This is the age where you got to understand that whether you were authentic or whether you were just playing speck and bunches. Okay, so if you found your Musa, then take Harun with you and try to convince Firown that you're no longer giving him your allegiance. That's a process. That's a process. You can't enter Jannah with the beliefs and the deen of Firown people. That's where you are. That's where you need to free yourself from. May Allah accept, inshallah, and have a beautiful iftar. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
يا مصطفى كل شيء لله يا نورا من نور الله يا مصطفى كل شيء